Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexie and today we're doing another episode of Baking with Lexie. Today we're making some chocolate chip pumpkin muffins. The recipe is for pumpkin bread. I'm gonna make it into muffins. This recipe, it does say it makes 2 loaves also, so I have a feeling I'm gonna be able to make bread and muffins, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm very excited, so let's get started. And then this recipe is from a cookbook, the Better Homes and Gardens cookbook. I did get this thing when I was probably 8 years old, so I don't know if they still make it, but it's the 15th edition. Okay, first things first is to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Now we're going to take a large mixing bowl. Also, side note, I don't have an electric mixer. I would use that for this if I had one, but unfortunately I don't, so this will all be by hand. So hopefully it turns out good. So we're going to mix in first our oil and our sugar. So first up, we need 3 cups of sugar. 1. And we need 1 cup of vegetable oil. And I'm just gonna mix these together until they're mixed up. And next we're gonna add in 4 eggs. I got my 4 eggs in here, so now I'm just gonna mix this until it's all mixed together. So now that this is all mixed together, I'm gonna set it aside and get a different bowl. So I'm gonna take just a little bit of a smaller bowl, but any bowl. And we're gonna combine flour, baking soda, salt, cinnamon, and nutmeg. You're gonna take 3 1/3 cup of flour. 1 and 1/3. Then 2 teaspoons of baking soda. 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. There's 1. 1 1/2. You're gonna do 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. There's cinnamon. Okay, there's our nutmeg. All right, and then I'm gonna whisk this together. So next we're gonna take 2/3 cup of water and our flour mixture and our sugar mixture. So we're gonna alternatively add in flour, water into here. I'm gonna add in a little bit of our flour mixture in here, maybe like 1/3 of it, and I'm gonna mix this together. Once that's all mixed in, I'm gonna add a little bit of this water, and again this is 2/3 cup of water. And I'm gonna add another 1/3 of this. Then I'm gonna add in about another 1/3 of this water. And if you want to, you can break it up into smaller sections, do like 1/4 at a time or whatever you want to do. I'm just doing about 1/3 at a time. Just do it like alternatively. Don't do all the flour at once, you know. And I'm gonna do the rest of the flour. And the rest of this water. Now that we have all these mixed together, the last thing we're gonna do is mix in a 15-ounce can of pumpkin, and then I'm gonna add in some chocolate chips just for fun, but you obviously don't have to do that. So anyways, I have a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree. I'm just gonna do a handful of chocolate chips in here. Maybe 2 handfuls. I don't want to like do too many chocolate chips, but I also like don't want too little, you know? But we're just eyeballing the chocolate chips. I did about 4 handfuls of chocolate chips in here. First I'm going to take my muffin tin here. If you have liners, you can use liners in here as well, but I'm just going to spray it down with some cooking spray and then the batter into here. So about 3 spoonfuls into here till it's like almost full, but not all the way to the top. Like give it a little bit of room to grow, you know what I mean? Now these are all full, I'm gonna throw these in the oven. It says bake for 20 minutes. I am gonna check these after 10 though, because if you're doing a loaf of bread, do it for 20 minutes. But these, I believe, are going to be cooked a little bit quicker, just obviously because they're smaller. So I'm gonna check it in about 10 minutes, see where we're at, and then just keep an eye on it from there, and I'll let you know how long the muffins bake for. Then I'm gonna take this tin and spray this down and make a loaf of pumpkin bread too, because I still have quite a lot of batter here. I'm kind of thinking I probably should have done half of this recipe. I don't need this much pumpkin bread, but hopefully it's delicious and it works out. So if it's really good, I'll definitely eat the whole thing. Hopefully this is good, and then I'm gonna bake this for about 20 minutes and I'll be back when they're done. Okay, I got the timing wrong. We need to bake it for 55 to 60 minutes. So I'm gonna bake the muffins for about maybe 45, and then the loaf for 55 to 60, and then I'll let you know what the actual time was. Not 20 minutes though, 55 to 60. Okay, taste test time. These baked for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then the loaf is still in the oven. It's been in there for about 40 minutes. I think it's gonna need a little more time, so I would suggest 55 to 60 like it said. But anyways, taste test.
I'm real good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Turned out good. I was a little worried. The batter was like really runny. But yay, yummy. If you have any other ideas of things you want to see me bake, I will be hopefully getting a KitchenAid mixer soon, so I can start making a little bit more difficult or like different stuff, because there is some stuff I want to make. Oh, so cute. Anyways, there is some stuff I want to try and bake. Like I think it'd be fun to try and make bagels and stuff like that, or like cinnamon rolls, things like that. But I feel like you need a KitchenAid mixer, like a stand mixer, to make those. So yeah, anyways, hopefully I am getting one of those soon, and we can start doing that. But if you have any ideas for me, let me know, because I really love baking. I think it's so fun, especially in the fall time. Anyways, and thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.